legends aren't born. They snap into existence. In 24 hours, Warriors will clash in Super Bowl 59. But you're not on that field, are you? You're watching from your couch. Again, dreaming small, playing safe, settling for mediocrity while others seize greatness. Look around you. Your apartment, your job, your relationships. Everything screams average, doesn't it? That pit in your stomach right now? That's not just game day anxiety. That's your inner champion screaming to break free. He's been trapped for years, suffocating under layers of weak excuses and comfortable routines. You feel it every morning in the mirror. Every night as you scroll through success stories of others. Every time you promise yourself, tomorrow will be different. But here's the truth that's keeping you up at night. Those men stepping onto that field tomorrow, they're not superhuman. They've just mastered something you haven't. A psychological weapon so powerful it transforms ordinary men into legends. And in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to hand you that exact weapon. Because it's time to stop watching greatness and start living it. Your championship season starts now. Let me paint you a picture of your reality. Every Sunday, you watch giants battle on the gridiron, heart pounding with vicarious triumph. But Monday morning hits, and you're back to being that guy. The one who hits snooze 4 times. The one stuck in a job that drains his soul. The one who lets opportunities slip through his fingers like water. Your potential isn't just untapped, it's drowning in a sea of average decisions. You've got the playbook for success memorized. You can recite every motivational quote. You've downloaded enough productivity apps to fill a digital stadium. But you're still paralyzed, trapped in the pre-game warm-up of life while others are scoring touchdowns in their careers, relationships, and personal growth. The most dangerous part? You've started believing the lie that this is just how life is. That mediocrity is your natural position. That watching others succeed from the sidelines is somehow acceptable. But deep down, in those quiet moments when you're completely honest with yourself, you know the truth. You weren't built for the bleachers. You were designed for the field. The real problem isn't that you lack talent or opportunities. It's that you're playing with a losing mindset in a champion's game. Every championship team knows a brutal truth. The game is won long before the opening whistle. While amateurs focus on the spotlight moments, champions dominate the darkness. Here's where your transformation begins. First, you need to understand the psychology of preparation that separates winners from wishful thinkers. Elite athletes don't just visualize victory, they obsess over every detail that builds toward it. Your morning routine isn't just about waking up earlier. It's your daily declaration of war against mediocrity. Start timing your morning tasks like a championship drive. Shower, 3 minutes. Breakfast, 12 minutes. Preparation, 15 minutes. Turn every daily task into a drill for excellence. This isn't about motivation. It's about installing a psychological operating system that makes discipline automatic. But here's where most men fail. They treat preparation like a punishment instead of a privilege. Champions understand that preparation is where character is forged. When you're tempted to skip your morning workout, remember this. Somewhere, your competition is training. When you want to rush through your work projects, remember, excellence isn't an act, it's a habit. Start treating every mundane moment as a rep in your championship training. That presentation at work, that's your practice field. That difficult conversation you've been avoiding, that's your scrimmage. That project you keep procrastinating on, that's your conditioning test. Here's your first tactical play. Create what I call championship checkpoints. Every 3 hours, stop for 60 seconds. Ask yourself, would a champion be satisfied with my intensity right now? This pattern interrupt forces you to recalibrate to excellence throughout the day. Your brain will start craving higher standards like an athlete craves peak performance. Next, implement the first quarter rule. The way you attack your first hour sets the tone for your entire day. Design your morning with the same intensity a championship team designs their opening drive. No more casual starts. No more easing into your day. You're either operating at championship intensity or you're building habits of mediocrity. What separates champions from contenders isn't just talent. It's their response to pressure. When the game is on the line, when everything's at stake, average players crumble while champions rise. This is where your transformation accelerates. In football, the championship quarter isn't just about physical execution. It's about mental dominance. The same principle applies to your life right now. Let me show you how to develop this unshakable championship psychology. The first step is redefining pressure. Most men see pressure as their enemy. Champions understand it's their ally. Every deadline, every challenge, every moment of uncertainty is your chance to separate yourself from the pack. Think about it. When was the last time you truly pushed yourself to your limit? Not just physically, but mentally? Champions don't wait for pressure. They actively seek it out. They understand that greatness is forged in these moments of maximum resistance. Start volunteering for the projects nobody wants. Take on the challenges others avoid. Put yourself in situations that make your heart race and your mind doubt. This isn't about being reckless. It's about systematic exposure to growth opportunities. Your capacity for handling pressure expands only when you deliberately push its boundaries. The more you embrace these moments, the more you develop what I call championship composure. This is the ability to maintain peak performance even when everything around you is chaos. But here's the key most men miss. This isn't a natural talent. It's a trained response. Think about how championship quarterbacks remain calm in a collapsing pocket. They've trained their minds to find clarity in chaos. You need to start treating every high-pressure situation in your life as a chance to develop this same mental toughness. When you're overwhelmed at work, that's your pocket collapsing. When you're facing a crucial decision, that's your fourth down. When you're dealing with multiple challenges simultaneously, that's your 2-minute drill. The secret is to stop trying to eliminate pressure and start learning to thrive in it. Champions understand that pressure is where ordinary men create extraordinary results. Every time you feel that knot in your stomach, that voice of doubt in your head, recognize it for what it really is, your opportunity to separate yourself from the 99% who play it safe. This is where your legacy is built. This is where average dies and excellence is born. Most men think the victory formation is about playing it safe, taking a knee, running out the clock. But true champions know different. The victory formation isn't the end. It's the foundation for your next conquest. This is where we separate the one-hit wonders from the dynasty builders. The men who achieve once from those who dominate consistently. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most men are playing for a single touchdown when they should be building a legacy. They celebrate small wins while champions are already planning their next offensive drive. This is where your mindset needs its final evolution. Let me show you how champions think beyond the immediate victory. First, understand that every achievement is merely a checkpoint, not a destination. When you close that big deal at work, when you hit that fitness goal, when you finally launch that side business, that's not your Super Bowl moment. That's just your regular season win. Champions immediately ask, what's the next level? They understand that maintaining excellence is harder than achieving it once. This requires what I call legacy thinking. Instead of celebrating for a week after a win, give yourself 1 hour. Then ask yourself, what would make this achievement look small in comparison? This isn't about being ungrateful. It's about being unstoppable. Start treating your current goals like they're just your opening drive. Create what I call dynasty goals. Goals so ambitious they force you to become a different person to achieve them. This is how champions think. They're not just playing to win today's game. They're playing to be remembered forever. Every decision you make, every habit you build, every challenge you accept should be filtered through this question. Does this align with the legacy I'm building? If you want to create a life of sustained excellence, you need to stop thinking in terms of individual victories and start thinking in terms of dynasties. Your competition is fighting for today's win. You're building an empire of excellence. Picture yourself 1 year from today. The championship mindset has transformed you. You're no longer watching from the sidelines. You're dominating the field of life. Your colleagues whisper about your relentless drive. Your friends marvel at your discipline. That voice of doubt that once haunted you, replaced by the quiet confidence of a champion. You no longer hope for success, you expect it. Every challenge has become fuel for greatness. This isn't just self-improvement. This is transformation at the highest level. You've stepped up to where champions dwell. And remember, this is just your first championship season. The Super Bowl kicks off tomorrow. But right now, you face your own championship moment. Here's your 14-day challenge. Attack each day with fourth quarter intensity. No excuses, no retreat. Every morning, ask yourself, what would a champion do? Take the hardest tasks head on. Embrace the pressure. The stadium lights are on. Your moment is here. Stop watching greatness. Start living it. Your championship legacy begins now. Hit subscribe, drop, I'm all in, and let's build your dynasty. The week hope for success. Champions created. Now dominate.